today the Chancellor announced what he described as his budget for the next generation. He placed a great emphasis on acting now so that we don't have to pay later, and he had a sort of quite a firm focus on the future. So I think one of the key examples of this was the Chancellor recognising that actually a lot of young people are struggling to put down a deposit for a house as well as saving for their pension, and so the lifetime ISA was one way of addressing this. I think also if we look to the commitment to making all primary and secondary schools academies by 2020, as well as the levy on soft drinks, which is going to come in the next 2 years. Those were also sort of bolstering this idea that this was a budget for the next generation. However, this was somewhat of a strategic move by the Chancellor, because if we actually look to the here and now, things may not be so rosy for the UK government, or perhaps not so rosy as the Chancellor would have liked it to be at the budget. So, for example, whilst unemployment has come to a 10-year low, which is obviously great news for the government, the OBR did revise its forecast for UK growth down for both 2016 and 2017. The UK economy is also £18 billion smaller than it was forecast to be at this point, and the debt to GDP ratio is also higher than it was last year. So the government is failing to meet some of the economic goals that it set for itself. So really what many people may be taking away from this budget is a question of whether we're going to have to pay now as well as pay later, given that the Chancellor is still committed to meeting a surplus by the end of this Parliament, which will mean a £30 billion turnaround in the final year leading up to 2019 and 2020.